We got a simple one today. We're going to repair a Kohler toilet. This is the style that has no flapper, but it has a canister gasket instead. The customer's complaint was that this toilet was actually whistling when they flushed the master bath toilet. This is the guest bathroom. Here's how you remove the canister. You take the shank on top, you spin it counterclockwise, and it comes right off. You could just peel this gasket out of its groove. You can see that one's all grimy and nasty. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and get a new Kohler gasket to put on here. If you need to take the whole shank out, you could just twist this part off too, and you should be able to take the whole thing out, clean that for whatever reason. You'll probably never have to take this apart, but while we're in here, I'm going to do it. Here's a part number for the new one. Your gasket might come yellow. I just have red ones on the truck. It could be yellow or red. They're the same thing. You just put it right back on there, reassemble the shank, and you could twist it right back on. We're going to do the fill valve next and a new supply line. I don't reuse supply lines after taking them off of old fill valves. I think the gasket is already compressed to the old fill valve. You're opening up a can of worms for a leak. So we're going to replace everything here while we're in here, give the customer some value. Never just show up to a job and do a gasket or just a fill valve or just a flapper unless it's absolutely brand new and you really don't have a reason to, but just rebuild the whole thing while you're here. I'm using the Home Depot Fluid Master 400A. This is that cheap one that comes in the 3-pack for about 21 bucks. This is the best fill valve you can buy. I don't care about the brass shank. I've had callbacks with the brass shank model, the Kohler fill valves. They're pretty much all the same, but for whatever reason, I've had callbacks on all the other ones. I've never had a problem with the 3-pack of cheap ones from Home Depot. Never had to go back and replace one because it was defective or whatever. So those are the ones I buy. Little cup under here, bucket, whatever you have, catch the water. No need to bring a shop vac in. Throw that thing under there, hold it up by the shank, and be quick with it. Have the new one ready, have the nut standing by, and you're good to go. I never bring in a vacuum for this anymore. Don't need to. Throw a little paper towel down on the ground, towel, whatever you have. Tighten it up. You don't have to be the Hulk to put this thing on there. Hand tight, little quarter turn if you have to. You probably don't even need that. It's just holding the water in the tank. Recycle this water, put it back in there. They're in a condo association. They pay like $1,000 a quarter for water. So we'll put it back in the tank for them. Here's the old part. You can see this is all grimy. It's about 7 years old on this toilet. Not bad. Get a new supply line. Rip the tag off. Make it look pretty. This is a relatively easy job. I mean, it only takes about 3 minutes. Once you bring all this stuff in, 3 to 5 minutes, you're good to go. My old boss used to tell me, coil the supply line if it's long in the back so people don't piss all over it. We've all been there when you're trying to take one off and it's slimy and you're like, I think that's piss. I think that's piss. It's all over my gloves right now. Here's how you adjust the fill valve if you already installed it and it's a little too low. You could pull that snap ring back, lift it up. Just make sure you put the snap ring back in place before you turn the water on so you don't take a shower. And that's it for this video, man. If a customer tells you that they got a whistling toilet, you know it's the fill valve. But while you're in there, change the flapper. Get rid of the gasket. Give them some value.